Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to get right into the message for you here. Spirit, what messages would you like to share with the collective this afternoon, please? And thank you. Collective energy, please, Spirit. What message would you like to share with the collective? In the central energy, we've got Page of Cups. Water sign, possibility, new love, sensitive, love offered, challenged by. Temperance, balance, harmony, being sensible. Earth angel could temperance energy, balance, challenged by balance. In the subconscious, the sun, a rebirth. All is well, celebration. In the recent past. King of Cups and the upright. A compassionate and tolerant person here. Emotionally balanced and in control. Intention and expectation. Queen of Pentacles. A working parent. A nurturing. In the near future. Seven of Swords. Getting away with something tricky. A fraudster. Betrayal. In the lens it's being looked through. The World reversed. Incompletion. No closure. In the environment. I keep waiting for this to be over, you know. I guess maybe it never will be. But there, it could be maybe, because there's the Fool, a spontaneous new beginning. In the environment, hopes and fears. Ace of Pentacles. New job. A new financial opportunity. And the outcome is the Five of Swords. Conflict and upheaval. Abusive relationships. In the near future, you've got this. So somebody's still here, present, very much wanting to fight, very much wanting to knock you off of your happy wheel. They don't want you being happy. But you've got Two of Cups here. So somebody's wanting there. This is abuse regarding this marriage connection. Somebody wants to bring conflict to your Two of Cups. to your your upcoming union. They're fighting for it. It's like there's this leech that doesn't have any love. So you got somebody here that's offering love, and then you got this person that just wants to fight and say, no, that you need to take care of me. I need you to care for me. And and then you got somebody there that wants to actually be in a nice, sunny, all is well temperance union with you. And then you got this selfish person over here that wants to compete for it. And it's like nobody's choosing them. Yet they're trying to force their way into your new beginning. They're trying to force their way. They're trying to force you to take part in their life. They're trying to force you to let them come in and disrupt your plans for your future. You're moving along, doing your own thing, and they want to come in and F it up for you. They're like, oh, look at that person over there. They got these kinds of plans for themselves. Let me go disrupt them with my own version. And it's like, I don't know. And they're not coming in, trying to woo you or nothing. They're coming in because they got the world reversed. They were seeking shortcuts and they weren't able to complete a cycle. So now they got to come fight you or fight whoever you're joining up with. So yeah, you've got this new love coming in. There's a happy surprise, new love. And a new chapter. Page of Cups, a new chapter. You're moving on. In the challenge position, though, we've got the Temperance. So you could be having difficulties with the Temperance energy with all this crap going on. You're trying to bring it in, right? Into balance, into moderation, just smooth everything out and get this sun shining, right? And you got these folks over here wanting to make life difficult still. They just don't want to let you be. It's because they're not into creating something good for themselves. They just want to see other people creating something good for themselves and be like, oh, I'm going to knock you out of place and then I'm going to take over. And it's like, but they don't have the capacity to create the goodness that you got going on here. They just want to come in, fill the shoes, and then destroy it because they don't have the capacity to nurture it. So there's a soul contract here. Earth Angel's in a soul contract. They're challenged that this Earth Angel has a soul contract. They're thinking about the sun here. A rebirth, all is well. So there's a success. Somebody's successful. There's a new chapter. They want new love. They're challenged by this soul contract of this Earth Angel. There's vitality. In the subconscious, they're thinking about energy. They're thinking about energy. Space. It could be that they're somebody's needing time to think about it. They need more time to think. They're having difficulty gaining a soul contract with an Earth Angel because there's been a rebirth, and they're in celebration, and they're like, hey, I'm just thinking, they're not ready to settle down into a soul contract right now. They got their own thing going on and they're enjoying that. Maybe they're challenged because this Earth Angel is in a soul contract and they're thinking about the sun here, this rebirth, and the fact that puts space between them. They're trying to move onto this earth angel, but they can't get close to him. Escape. There's a King of Cups here. We've got escape. King of Cups is trying to escape. Got the Queen of Pentacles up there. And damage. We're both hurting from this. Fighting, betrayal. Irreplaceable in the reverse. They're not irreplaceable. They don't have any love in them. They are tricksters and fraudsters. They were not able to close out the world. It's in reverse. They try to take a shortcut. They're challenged because you're in a soul contract and there's space. They can't get close to you or something. Unsatisfied. They couldn't close out the world here. And in the environment, you've got these new beginnings. Your innocent new beginnings. You got blind faith, temperance, earth angel, in a soul contract. With the sun and a rebirth. Values. Their values are all about money. Somebody's values are all about money. We have too many differences. Their values are all about money. And you're moving on. You've got, the hope is you've got this Ace of Pentacles. Somebody whose values are all about money. They want your Ace of Pentacles. They want your new opportunity. They want your beginning. They're coming in. They want to fight. They're holding back. I should have expressed myself better. They want to mend the connection. But that's right here next to your Ace of Pentacles. They want your money. They want your new beginning. Their values are all about money. And you've got this temperance energy in this soul contract. And they want to fight for it. There could be a defeat. There's a 5 of Swords here. You're holding all the weapons. It could be that you're holding all the weapons here. And that they've been defeated. Let's read it like that. They've been defeated. They could have been defeated by your union. By this soul contract that you're in here. That's challenging them. So they're trying to move on. They need to find a new love. They're looking for love. This is a new chapter. They're trying to move on. They're looking for love. They're using love. They're challenged because you're an earth angel. You're already in contract. And they're thinking about this sun, this rebirth. And maybe because they are in solitary confinement, they can't get into that space. There could be a defeat or it could be a disagreement. Abusive relationships, a defeat. They're in defeat because you've got this marriage contract, Earth Angel. Reunion. They're defeated. They don't get to take part in the reunion. Yeah, because they were being bullies, trying to steal from you your new chapter. And they missed their opportunity. And it's time. It's too late for them to take any action. They feel there's unfinished business, but they neglected you while laughing about it. They want to run away and they're in regret. So, yeah, there's no reunion here. They've been defeated by your temperance soul contract union. There's space. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. They're looking for love. They're trying to move on. They're looking for love. They've been fighting for this. They're not an irreplaceable person. They're feeling the damages from what they've caused. There's a King of Cups here who wants to escape. And a Queen of Pentacles there's damage here. We're going to have to clarify whether this is them or another party. Let's get some more cards out here. creativity. Love. Oh, temperance, balance, harmony, finding meaning, soul contract, and love. You're in love. The sun, rebirth, success. Wow. Tribe in the reverse. So yeah, this is all right. So you've got new love here. A beautiful, sensitive new love, a new chapter. It's a creative new time. There is the challenge here, or in the challenge position, it could very well be that this tribe who's been flipped here. We're going to get some more cards out to verify, but I think it's this. So you're here in this union, right? A new love, new chapter, and it's a very creative. You're creative, folks. You got music in your life, music in your hearts. Temperance energy here in the soul contract of this loving union. The sun. There's space between the sun, the rebirth, the celebration, the vitality. There's space between that and this tribe that has been upside down. They've been flipped upside down. They're a no good tribe. This tribe doesn't get to. There's space between you and this tribe. This tribe that has gone rogue or something. King of Cups is here in the recent past, and we've got the escape card here too. Limelight, Limelight, King of Cups, diplomatic, controlled, leader. And Limelight. This person could be in the limelight. Somebody wants to escape. We've got a working parent here. And we've got damage. This could be damage control. You know, damage control has been coming up the last couple of days. Let's get some more clarification out here. We've got irreplaceable in the reverse, so they're not irreplaceable. They're dishonest and trickster frauds, and they like to, you know, mess people up. They're hurting from what they've been doing. They want to escape. Oh, innocent in the reverse. They're not irreplaceable. They're not innocent. They're trickster frauds. Wow. We've got the world in the reverse. There's no closure. They were trying to take a shortcut and they were not able to complete the cycle. They're unsatisfied with the way things went. Wholesome. They're unsatisfied. They weren't happy with the way things were going. They didn't want to be wholesome. Or you are wholesome. It could be that this Queen of Pentacles is a mother figure. We're going to have to clarify. You got a new beginning here, innocent new beginnings, and then you got somebody, there's too many difference in values. So their values were all about money, and your values are, you know, love, wholesome, leadership in the reverse. You've got new beginnings here. A new adventure is innocent. Those whose values were all about money are not in a leadership role. They don't get the leadership role. You've got this abundant career here. Somebody's being held back. They want to mend the connection. They should have expressed themselves better. It could be that you're holding back on mending that connection. You're not going to mend that connection. Hospitality. Yeah. Somebody is, they're wanting to express themselves better. They want to mend this connection. They're hoping that they can congratulate you. Or receive hospitality, receive your generosity, receive your welcome. But there's conflict here because they're not taking part in the reunion. They're all about abusive relationships and thieving, stealing. Their values are all about money. They steal from others and betray them. Home. There could be something going on with the home. They're not going to be reunited with the home. Their home could be breaking up. There could be conflict in the home. There's conflict in the home because they're not able to get a love connection. They want to escape. Do nothing. Forgiveness and faith. You didn't do anything. You're forgiven for the conflict that was brought on by this. You didn't do it. You didn't do any witchcraft. You're forgiven for this conflict regarding this witchcraft. You didn't do it. There's a backstory, and there's folks being disconnected here. I think they tried to blame you for witchcraft. They tried to make you seem like a witch. There's a messenger of defense. So there's information. A witness came forth in your defense, and it's time for a change. Your kin thought you were perfect. This ancestry martyred you. It was witnessed. Cycle after cycle after cycle. They thought you were perfect. They thought that they were going to be seen as an irreplaceable being. But they're not. It was seen, it was witnessed that they were puppeting you in order to be seen as important. You're a sovereign person who takes care of themselves, and you were prophesied. There's a prophecy about you. These personalities who had addictions wanted your privilege. Wanted the privilege of the arcana. These actors with addictions wanted the privilege of the arcana. You, sovereign being, who was prophesied to come forth. Huh. They wanted it. They wanted your things. You didn't do anything. They tried to frame you. They tried to frame you. It could be that they weren't able to close out this cycle because, where is that? It was the Hierophant, wasn't it? Ooh, justice. For the conflict over these contracts. Ooh, you've got Two of Cups contracts and justice for the conflict regarding them. Yeah, whoever was this fighting with this earth angel, trying to get this soul contract, they, whoever it is that is in charge of these soul contracts wasn't satisfied. These people, they're not wholesome. So they weren't seen as wholesome. Surrender. They have to surrender. Somebody has to surrender their need to control you. You've got a new love, and it's something you haven't had before with the creativity here. It could be that somebody's getting creative, or maybe it's not like what you've had. Somebody has to surrender their need to control it. You're an earth angel, or you're in a temperance energy, in a soul contract, in a love contract. You've got the sun here, vital force, and there's space between you and this upside down tribe. This upside down tribe needs to surrender their need to yeah, look at that. They're envious of your love. They're envious of your love. They wanted to dress up in it, but there's no love in them. It's like, how can you walk in the shoes of love if you are actually filling the shoes with envy? You can't, it's not the same thing. Oh, we got death here. Death. In the subconscious, all is well. There's a rebirth here. Space between you and this upside down tribe. It's like death is here. They have to surrender. There's death. King of Cups. In the limelight here, we've got somebody wanting to escape. service in the reverse. I feel service in the reverse. They're wanting to escape. They're not a being of service. It could be that there's a King of Cups in the limelight, or maybe there's a King of Cups. I don't know, a King of Cups in the limelight who was not of service, looking to escape. It could be that he's looking to the mother, this working parent, this maternal person. It could be that both of these people are feeling the damage from whatever they've been doing. In the limelight, it could just be that whatever that is, it's known. In the limelight, that it's known. It's this giant thing. They're wanting to escape. They weren't a being of service. There's a Queen of Pentacles here, which could be a supportive mother or an older woman. And they're both feeling the damage from whatever that is that they've caused here. We've got in the near future, there we've got innocent and irreplaceable in the reverse. And the Seven of Swords here. Fraud, trickery, envy. This tribe is being flipped upside down. There's the Death card. They have to surrender. They're not taking part in this new beginning. They're trying to mess with the soul contract of an earth angel out of envy. And they're still here in the near future. Or somebody's still here. They're still trying to do it. Acceptance. Innocence in the reverse. They're not innocent. They're not irreplaceable. They have to accept the things that they cannot change. They're dishonest and fraudsters. They weren't able to close out this cycle. There's an incompletion. The World card in the reverse. They were unsatisfied with the way things were going. You're wholesome. Here. Everybody can see you're wholesome. And they're in grief. They were trying to take a shortcut because they weren't happy with the way they were going. So they targeted you, a wholesome person, and now they're in grief because you're getting your innocent new beginnings. Their values were all about money, and they didn't get the leadership role. They didn't get the leadership role. It's in the limelight. People can see that this person is not of service. They're wanting to escape. They didn't get the leadership role this time. Everybody can see. And they're in fear. Hopes and fears. You've got the Ace of Pentacles. So there's an abundant opportunity here, a new job, a new venture. Somebody's being held back. They want to fix the connection. They want to congratulate you. They're in fear. They want to get in your energy. They want to express themselves somehow. They want to come forward and congratulate. They need an excuse to get into your energy. And they're not your friend. They're not your friend. See, they want to come forward. They want to express themselves better. They're kind of holding back. They want to fix this connection. Because you've got this beautiful financial opportunity here. But they're not your friend. They want to come forward to congratulate you, but they're not your friend. They're afraid because they didn't get the leadership position. They wanted all the money, but they didn't get the leadership position. And in the recent past, they want to escape because people can see that they're not doing the service. They are not a person of service. They don't belong in that leadership role. They're in grief because people can see that you're an earth angel and that you are wholesome and you've got this soul contract. It could be that you are in that leadership role because you are a being of love. Regret. We've got bullies. They could have been defeated. The bullies could have been defeated. They were trying to win at all costs, but they didn't get the reunion. We've got home here. And regret in the reverse. It says, I know that I cannot change the past. But it came out in the reversed. So there's no regrets. You don't regret. The home front isn't, there's no reunion in the home. They're not allowed in the home. And there's no regrets over it. They're not a friend. Purpose. You're in your purpose. You know what you're here to do. And that's balance. You're bringing balance to the adversity. You're balancing out the adversity and you're bringing health to the situation with discipline. You're an abundant, limitless being and you can manifest whatever you desire in the physical reality. And you're manifesting health, abundance, a sense of discipline that you have within you and balance to this adversity. That's your purpose. So that's your role. And whoever this King of Cups here, whoever's been in this position, they want to escape because it's obvious that they have not been fulfilling that role. They've not been fulfilling the role. They didn't belong in that role. They're in fear because their values were all about money. And they didn't get the leadership role. And there's a Queen of Pentacles here too. That is hurting from the damage they've caused. Huh. Interesting. New love. New chapter. Some form of creativity caused a surrender. They need to surrender their need to control this. To control you. Adrift. Adrift. They're not willing to be responsible. They need to release the need to control. This Earth Angel or the Temperance energy. Earth Angel has a new soul contract, a new love contract. They're envious about it. That's their challenge. Hard. They need space. They're envious. Things are difficult now. They need space to sort out their feelings. These envious people who made life hard for you, they need space to sort out their feelings. They have to surrender their need to control. They weren't willing to be responsible. And you've got this rebirth here. All is well for you. And again, we've got space and tribe in the reverse. They need space to sort it out So there's space between you and this tribe that went south on you, and it's over. There's a ending here. They weren't willing to be responsible. They have to surrender their need to control. They made things hard for you, or and they made things hard for you because they were so envious, and that's over. You've got a King of Cups here who's in a limelight position, and they want to escape. It's seen that they aren't of service. Whatever role they were filling, they didn't belong in that role. They did a lot of damage there with a maternal figure, a Queen of Pentacles, who provided financially, or maybe supported this person. Their values were all about money. Crumbling. Their empire is crumbling. I don't like reading it like that, because King of Cups is King of Cups and Queen of Pentacles is Queen of Pentacles. They're in the upright, but right next to them, we've got all these cards. I mean, King of Cups is in a limelight position, but he's not a being of service, and the empire's crumbling. And this Queen of Pentacles is here, who provided financially, or who was in support of whatever this was. They're both hurting from this. They supported whatever this was. Tempted. They were tempted. They're not innocent. They're not seen as irreplaceable. They betrayed. They were stealing, tricking, and frauding, getting away with something dishonestly. Yeah, they're not innocent. They have to accept the things they cannot change. Long road. There's a long road ahead of them. They have to accept the things they cannot change. They weren't able to close out this cycle. They tried to take shortcuts because they were unsatisfied with the way things were going. Everybody can see that you're wholesome. Earth Angel, you got this soul contract in love. They were envious and were making things hard for you because they were envious. They're in grief because people see you as wholesome. They're in grief because they're seen as childish. You're seen as wholesome. They're seen as childish. You've got this innocent new beginning. Their values were all about money, and they didn't get the leadership role, and they're in fear. Alone. In the reverse. They're in fear, what? Because you're not alone. You've got this new beginning. Their values were all about money. They did not take your leadership role. They're in fear because you aren't alone. You've got your Ace of Pentacles here, a financial opportunity. New abundance. You could have gotten a new job, or maybe you will get a new job. They should have expressed themselves better. They're being held back. They want to fix this connection. They want to come and congratulate you, but they're not your friend. Dark side. Five of Swords. There could be, they were trying to win at all costs. There's upheaval here. Perhaps they've been defeated. They don't get to take part in this reunion. It came out in the reverse. And there's a home here. There's no regrets in the home. There's no regrets in the home. Struggle. No regrets in the home. Struggle. You feel like you aren't being supported. If it's not a team effort, it's best to stand alone. Struggle. This regret card, it says, I know that I cannot change the past, and it came out in the reverse. It could be that these people, they couldn't take part in the reunion. They weren't able to close out this cycle. They feel like maybe they can change the past regarding a home. They might be struggling with this. Everything's in ruins. Everything's in ruins. Everything's crumbling. What is that? You didn't do anything and you've been forgiven. I gotta do that. You didn't do anything. They tried to say that you were using spirits to create conflict, or using the Ouija board or witchcraft to do conflict. They were trying to get you disconnected. But there's been a messenger of defense. And it's time for a change. Again, I gotta say it because these people were not very nice. That's wild. It makes you wonder what the whole point of this was, you know? Years ago, it was like, you know, there's definitely a mission here, right? A bigger picture. Withdrawal, rejection. They weren't willing to be responsible. They have to surrender their need to control. You've got a new chapter of opportunity to create. They have to surrender their need to control that. You're an earth angel in a soul contract with a new love soul contract, and they were making life hard because they were envious of you. They couldn't steal your fate. They couldn't take your fate. The sun, we got your vitality, you're got this rebirth, all is well. There's space between you and this tribe. It's in the reverse, and there's death here. Aid, mercy. Mercy. You've got aid, a mercy. King of Cups is in the limelight, but it looks like he wasn't doing the services that he was supposed to do. He wants to escape. Everything's crumbling. It's all falling apart. It's all falling apart. They were wearing a mask. They are not a high quality person. They're wearing a mask. They're not a high quality person. And everything's falling apart. There's a Queen of Pentacles here, a supportive financier. Hurting from this, they were tempted. They're not okay. They're not stable. They're not innocent. They're not irreplaceable. They have to accept the things that cannot change. They're headed for a long road because of this betrayal and this theft. Or it could be that they're going to experience a long road of betrayal and theft. It could be that they are here wanting to get away with something tricky. Gain. Conclusion. They have to accept the things they cannot change. This is the conclusion. Here it says conclusion. So it's harvest time, right? It's harvest time. People go where they go. Everybody reaps the rewards of their efforts. I like the fact that you were seen, that you weren't doing any of this stuff. You weren't doing any of this stuff to create conflict, and it's seen. You were innocent of that. They were really trying to pin it on you, though. But this is the conclusion. It's harvest time. You've gained, or there is gain here. They have to accept the things that they cannot change. You've gained. It's your gain. They couldn't close out this cycle. It's incomplete. They were trying to take shortcuts, wearing masks, pretending. And they were unsatisfied with the way things were going. They're unsatisfied because people see you as a wholesome person. And they're in grief because they see them as childish. And they fell into a trap. They're unsatisfied because you're seen as wholesome, and they're in grief because they're seen as childish, and they fell into a trap. You have the Fool card here, a new beginning, an opportunity. Their values were all about money. They didn't get your leadership role. They're in fear because you're not alone. Goals. You're not alone here in your purpose. You're not alone here in your purpose. In your new job. Somebody's being held back from mending a connection with you because they're not your friend. They're in the dark. They're working for the dark side. They were tempted. They let it steal their joy. Saving. 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 They're in the dark. They want to come forward and congratulate you and mend the connection because they need saving. They need saving. But you're not alone here in your purpose. They're in fear because they couldn't steal your role, your position, your leadership position again. And everything can see that they were wearing a mask. They've been defeated. They don't get to take part in the reunion, or they won't be reunited with this role or with this particular idea of position, of identity. They're in regret about a home. They're struggling. There's something going on with the home. There's no reunion. They're in regret about a home. They think that they can change this. They're struggling. They're frightened. They're frightened. Prideful. They want to apologize. They were obedient to this religion, to a coach, a religious coach. Death, again, separation and death. They're furious because they're bound to their commitments. They couldn't bind you to them. They're confused and worried about your bond with your family and the work that you do together. Your reunion. You're a blessing. Your simple peace and presence is a blessing. And you're coming into your reward for the development, for what you have gone through, what you have trained through, what you have learned, the experiences that you have gathered. You're coming into a reward for all that you have persevered through. While those who were trying to steal your position, wearing masks and such, they're being cast away and they're in danger here. You know, and again, they've got this, they were tempted. And they're sick about it. They're sick about your promise. They're sick about your promise, your vow, and your comfort, your sweet dreams. Man, they're all stressed out because they've been stopped. They can't rob you of your mind, of your dream. They were trying to rob you of your dream. Third wheel enemies. Being confined. And it's time. They're protesting here. I swear, you know, this is the harvest, and there's ships here, you know, according to my perception, and you know, everybody's gonna get magnetized to their vibratory match. Now, whether this is a timeline adjustment or an actual relocation of, I mean, in one of my dream states, I actually went through a wormhole and came out into another country. So it's I don't know if it was just a test to see what it would do to the breath, you know, going through a wormhole. But anyhow, I think that in spirit, a lot of folks may just be going through wormholes or through portals or through some sort of a deal like that where they're just winding up in a new place, you know. I don't know how that's going to work out. Jim Self from Mastering Alchemy mentioned it as a three string piece of rope, three ply rope, and where all three strings were going to come undone, and everybody was going to be magnetized to whatever they were in alignment with. I think it was service to self, service to other, or you know, both. Yeah, so you're not standing up for yourself. You're just not allowing anybody to walk all over you anymore. Or it could just be that they were really treating you badly. They have to stay in their own lane. They're challenged because they have to stay in their own lane. You are in the temperance energy in this new love contract. They were envious of it. They tried to make things hard for you. They were not able to steal your fate. You've got the sun energy here. You're happy. You've got this vital force, and all is well. There's been a rebirth, a mercy, and a kindness. There's space being put between you and this tribe. Yeah, you're a starseed. A temperance earth angel. And this tribe can't mess with you anymore. There's space between you and them. There's a King of Cups here who's in a limelight position. Oh man. He was being a negative influence on people, and not rightly in a state of privilege. They were not high value. They're wearing masks. Being a negative influence in the world in this limelight position. Behaving not as a positive influence. Degrading privilege. Abusing their privilege. Abusing their privilege. They want to escape. They were not a being of service. Wow, this guy's wearing a mask. He's not the King of Cups. He's not a King of Cups. He's wearing a mask. And everything's crumbling. Wearing a mask, man. They're not high value. Check it out. And this Queen of Pentacles here, who is financially supportive or in other ways supportive. Feeling the damage. And they're not okay. They're losing stability. Simp. Doing the most for somebody who cared the least. They've lost their stability. They were wearing masks. They're not seen as irreplaceable. They're not innocent. They are thieves, fraudsters. They betrayed people and deceived people. They've got a long road ahead of them. They have to accept the things they cannot change. This is the conclusion that you have gained. It's harvest time, whatever that means to you, whatever you want to say. That a feral conspiracy theorist, making up stories, making up wild scenario stories. Feral, they're wild, tricky, thievery, fraudsters. Making up stories, being a negative influence, abusing their privilege, trying to destroy your privilege. They were not able to close out this cycle. The world is reversed. They are unsatisfied that you are seen as wholesome. They're in grief because people see them as childish, a childish cult leader that fell into a trap. You've got a new beginning here, a new adventure. You're going into it with faith, blind faith. These people's values were all about money. They did not get the leadership role. They are in fear because you're not alone and you are in your purpose, reaching your goals. And they're jealous. Got the green-eyed monster here. They're afraid and they're jealous. You've got your Ace of Pentacles here. They're holding back. They're being held back. They want to mend the connection. They're not your friend. They want to offer you hospitality or congratulate you somehow. They want to be saved from the dark side. But they're sitting here jealous, you know? I mean, they basically, it sounds to me like they want you to serve them after they have completely destroyed so much in the mindset. Falsely being in this limelight position, negatively influencing people, wearing masks. Empath. You're an empath. They're hoping that you're going to have mercy and that you'll somehow save them from the dark side that they tried to bury you in. They they were trying to win at all costs. They've been defeated. They don't get to take part in this reunion. There's changes in the home. They're hoping they can change something in the home. There's no regret in the home. They're frightened. They're struggling. There's no support for them. They're not getting support from the home front. They're hoping they can change it. They're frightened. They're not being supported at the home front because of what they've been doing, betraying. People might know that this person, how deep this goes. Oh. It doesn't look like they're going to be getting any help from anybody, or that you're not going to help them. They're hoping you will save them from the dark side, but it looks like that's not going to happen because they were trying to use you as a snack for whatever it is that they were serving here. They were trying to feed you as a snack. Appetizers or a full meal, whatever. They're triggered by you. They may try to come in and love bomb you and gaslight you. They may be in the middle of a trauma bond. This could be a trauma bond, or maybe they're trauma bonded. While you just take care of yourself. They do the very least to gain the most, and they were warned. It's going to be announced that this shadow troll shadow troll. It's going to be announced that they were trying to steal the legendary billionaire status of an earth angel. Earth angel, worldwide status in time and space, all the way around. This earth angel is known as a legend, and this shadowy creature wanted to be seen as them wearing a mask. There's going to be an announcement that they were trying to troll this earth angel. They have to stay in their own lane regarding this soul contract of an earth angel. An earth angel, starseed's son. They have this this vampiric fashion witch has to give the land back. The land back, the wealth back. I hope that this verifies something that you already intuitively knew, and I'll see you on the next one, everybody. Bye.